Did you know that the average attention span in adults is only 8.25 seconds? Yeah, so that fact makes it very tough to manage employees, engage employees, keep them engaged, keep them loyal, keep them happy. So being a leader is extremely challenging. Today we're going to talk about what truly makes a great leader. My name is Sarah Camillo. I'm a certified career coach and resume writer with 15 years of recruiting experience. Leadership isn't just about hitting targets and making big decisions every day. It's about something deeper, like building trust, building respect, and creating an environment where people want to work hard for you. There are so many different styles and approaches you can take to lead people. So today I'm going to touch on some qualities that you can integrate today and enhance your style as a leader. And even if you decide to just focus on one of these qualities today, this video will be worth it. Or perhaps you're new to leading people, you're just starting to have direct reports and people working for you. So these qualities will definitely help you start on the right foot. Let's jump in. Number one, employee intelligence to build a foundation of trust. Today, people want to work for a leader who get them, right? So emotional intelligence is no longer optional, it's essential for a good leader. Leaders who understand their team's emotions, needs, challenges, build trust faster than those who just focus on performance metrics. And obviously every employee is different with what motivates them and what they need, but a good leader finds out what that is. And taking time to find out what each individual needs on your team is time consuming. I'm going to be honest, but it's worth it for building that rapport and trust and engagement, especially when a leader follows through on what their employees need. I'm going to give some examples. So one example, let's say Tracy works on my team. She performs best when I give her just direct leadership. We talk about the project, I tell her what needs to be done, what the deadline is, and all of the important details, and then I leave her alone while she does it, and I trust and know she's going to get it done on time. She's proven that to be enough, and so I trust she'll get it done, and then she trusts that I'm going to give her the autonomy and the space to do her thing. Here's another example. Let's say Kevin is also on my team, and he works best when he understands more of the background and the details and the purpose of each project. So he likes to get those details up front. And then he also feels appreciated and supported along the way when we set up those like touch bases, status meetings and so forth along the way, just to make sure that he gets it done and he's on the right track. So he trusts that I'm going to be there for him to support him, and I trust he's going to get it done in this way. So these are only two styles out of a million different ways that you can lead people, but it's important to find out what works for everybody. So a great leader today recognizes these differences, manages their time effectively, because ultimately the team's performance and the production is high when a leader understands this. Now, have you ever had a leader say all the right things, say they're going to help you develop certain skills and bring you along on projects, give you exposure to new things and new experiences, yet there's no follow through? That lack of follow through is what breaks the trust and why people leave companies. So today, when employees feel heard and feel valued, they naturally want to do better. Not because they have to, but because they want to impress that leader who cares. So in short, listen more than speak, acknowledge their emotions, show that you care about people, not just their work, and follow through by doing what you say you're going to do. Number two, people development. There's no cookie cutter approach or one size fits all approach to developing people. So again, today, the best leaders recognize that people are motivated in different ways. Some like recognition, some crave it. Some others need the autonomy, like I talked about with Tracy, my other example. And some need those opportunities to learn more skills. There's so many different ways that you can approach leading people. Yet when leaders take the time to develop people based on their strengths and their motivations and their career aspirations, that's when something powerful happens. That's when the connection really occurs and employees feel invested in. That investment then leads to loyalty, engagement, and they're going to want to invest back into their manager as well. Say you're executive or you're close to that executive level where you have a group of 100 people or so or more under you. It's difficult to be able to get to know every single person individually and customize your leadership according to them. So instead, you want to focus on your direct reports. You want to challenge them, stretch them, see how they respond, and you're constantly evaluating how they respond and how they're growing. A good leader always knows who's going to replace them next. They're always developing those people and getting them ready and know who's going to be their successor. So in short, learn what drives people on your team and their career aspirations, offer personalized feedback along the way as you're evaluating their performance, and then recognize and reward progress differently for each person according to what motivates them most. Number three, keeping employees engaged in an easily distracted world. So going back to that 8.2 second attention span, I probably lost some of you a while ago, but I'm going to keep going for those of you who are working on improving and expanding your attention span. So we all know that attention span is an all-time low right now. We're constantly distracted with the notifications on our phones, constant emails coming in, IMs at work that are interrupting your flow, managing people across different locations, working with remote employees, like the list goes on and on. So keeping employees engaged is harder than ever. So how do we fix this? Something I hear often from my clients in our weekly group calls is that they want a leader in a job that creates a culture of meaningful engagement, not just busyness. Today, people want to feel fulfilled every day. They want to get up and feel fulfilled in what they're going to do that day at work. They want to have a sense of purpose and do meaningful work as well. So how do we do this? Here are some tips. You want to keep communication concise and impactful, direct and to the point. You want to stop the hour-long unnecessary meetings. And I know those are so common day to day. If we as a group can start to limit as many of these long unnecessary meetings, that will free up so much more time for people, and they're going to feel more productive along the day and in turn feel more engaged and enjoy their job. So instead, use quick check-ins, use technology like IM or chat or even text to communicate with your team. If you don't need that hour-long meeting that week, you don't need it, or cut it in half. Also, establish clear goals for your team. And it also helps to have more interactive team meetings. Don't be so siloed. Get your team together at times, have one-on-ones at times, like have these clear goals individually and as a team. It's also important as a leader to be available and approachable for your team. So not that you have to drop everything that you're doing in order, like when they say, hey, I need you, like it's still, otherwise you'll never get anything done. So it's still important to focus on your own work, but yet be available for them within your own boundaries. In short, we want quick, impactful meetings instead of long, unnecessary, draining ones. We want to make work meaningful by tying it to a bigger purpose. We want to keep employees engaged with interactive and real-time feedback, and we want to be available and approachable as a leader. Number 4, inspire loyalty through your leadership. So loyalty has changed over the years. In the past, people used to stay at their company for 20, 25 years, sometimes even over 30. Nowadays, if somebody's at a company for 5 years, that's a long time. So take a moment and think about the favorite managers that you've ever had. Hopefully you've had one. Now compare them to the worst managers you've ever had, and I'm sure you've had a few of those, unfortunately. But think about that and think about the differences between the two. Have you ever heard of the saying that people leave managers and not companies? That's true. When I reflect on my favorite managers, I respected them so much. I wanted to perform well for them. I wanted to make them look good. I wanted their leaders to appreciate them. I wanted us as a team to be represented well and known as a top performing team. The key word here is respect. Some of those weaker managers I had that I want to forget, those are the ones that you want to leave. When people respect you, they'll work hard for you because they want to impress you, and not just once, but over and over and over. But remember, respect isn't given freely, right? So it's earned through consistency, fairness, trust, follow-up, and vulnerability. Great leaders set high standards and they lead with integrity. They don't lead with fear, but out of respect. So in short, be the leader you would want to work for. Show up consistently. People are always watching, and inspire to drive loyalty, don't intimidate. So today, the best leaders don't manage. They inspire and they connect with their teams. And trust and respect don't happen overnight. But when you focus on emotional intelligence, build trust, build respect, all of that then leads to loyalty and engagement by your team. And today, that's the type of leader that lasts. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more career advice. Comment below with any other topics you want me to hit on in the future. I'll see you in the next one.